Kaviviritam kalmashapaham Sravanamangalam Srimad Atatam Bhuvi Grinanti Ye Burida Janaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. O Lord, your gospel is like nectar and bliss, showered upon the pain-stricken lives of suffering humanity. It dispels all sins and misdeeds, bringing spiritual welfare to life. Spiritual beauty, prosperity and grace flow through those who listen to your holy message. Truly generous are those who preach and share the nectar of your message with suffering humanity. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto us all. So we are reading the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, page 116, 116. And here Sri Ramakrishna is talking about the Divine Mother. And God realization is possible only if you can propitiate the Divine Mother. It is whole world is His play. It is His Maya. It is His, just what is for Maya, it is for Divine Mother's play. She is sporting herself. The one absolute has become many by that power which is called Shakti. So, page 116, 116, we read the other day, the Master said, one must propitiate the Divine Mother, the primal energy, in order to obtain grace, her grace. No? God's grace you want to have, that means you have to have God vision, but you have to then pray to Mother. That's why Ramakrishna's vision is so pertinent. He saw that when in Benaras, when in Manikarnika, where the dead bodies are burned, and what he saw there? He saw that near the dead body, Mother came, Divine Mother came. Good soul is untied the bond. And then Lord Shiva appeared, and he gave the mantra, and that the soul got liberated. It's a vivid, concrete example what Ramakrishna says, that it is God, to get grace of God, that's why you have to cry and pray, cry and cry and cry, and pray and pray and pray to the Divine Mother. So it says that, we read the other day, God Himself is Mahamaya. Again, God and Mahamaya, the Shakti and whose power, they are not separate. The person and his power of singing or creating art or dancing is not separate from that. The person involved into that, the power to manifest, does not manifest. Suppose you are sitting, some of you are maybe musician, but I don't know, you are not manifesting that. But you can manifest. So you and your power cannot be separated. That's why, like a fire and the heat cannot be separated. Where there is heat, there is fire, fire is heat. No? So like that. That's why we say, Jatha Agner Dahika Shakti, Ramakrishna Sthita Hija. That's that power, that heat, which was in the Ramakrishna. That is the mother in the form of, who deludes the world. This Mahamaya, God has created. Why? Otherwise, how the play will go on? If the ignorance, the Mahamaya does not delude, if the baby is not deluded by mother with toys, then how the mother will work? Whole her attention day and night will go for the baby, and then cannot leave the baby for a second. But if you when the play, divine play, and you see, the baby will be happy with the toy for some time, and then cry out, and then Ma will come, again cry out. So it is one toy, and mother will give another toy to make the child forget her. So that's the play. It is not out of anger. God does not do it. It is not like Satan. idea. But it's a loving aspect. Mother wants to just a child to play. And that's why she brings one enjoyment after another attraction for another enjoyment. Look at our life. From childhood till now, how many things, two dolls have been presented. When a baby doll, the puppy is crying and puppy is sleeping. So the children, it is a realistic world for them. They live in the doll world, which are all living. They talk to them. They are crying, they are weeping, they are hungry. So do you feel like that? Do I feel like that? The God says, okay, you are done with that doll? Okay, have another doll. As you grow on, life, one after another, one attraction for another for another. Continuously continuing. So it is the play of mother. It is the loving play of mother. But because we get involved into the play, naturally play has its own way. Sometimes joy, sometimes suffering, sometimes happiness, sometimes misery will come. But when we can say enough of play, mother, my play is done. Swami Vivekananda's poem is there. My play is done. Then what will happen? I don't want anything, Ramakrishna said. The child will throw away anything you give. He was very fond of some dolls. You bring it. Hey, no. Mommy, and crying. So when one can feel that I'm done with them, I want to go back home, then the cry and weep comes. It's called the yearning comes. And the yearning is a great boon for spiritual life. So he says that is her illusion and conjures up the magic. And magic is what? Creation, preservation and destruction. He has spread his veil of ignorance before our eyes. We can go into the inner chamber only when she lets us pass through the door. She is holding the key. Every Annapurna Stotra, every time we chant, Moksha Dvaro Kapato Patana Kori. You are the opener of the door which leads to moksha, liberation, total freedom. It is you the mother, you hold the key. Unless you open that, no one can enter into the realm of spiritual realization. That's why he said, Shakti alone is the root of the universe. The primal energy, of course Shakti can play in two ways. That's why Ramakrishna says the primal energy has two aspects. Same energy, one is Vidya, another is Avidya. Avidya conjures up lust and gold, which casts a spell. The whole world is fighting for what? Two things. Ramakrishna's unique coin. Two words. Lust and gold. Money. See? For money only, our country is fighting with another country. Money, taxation, money, this money, that money. In personal life, those who are greedy, see how people are day and night thinking of money, creating suffering for others. They don't care for anything else. They want their own thing, no? See all the big miners, those who are the owner of the mines, how the people who are working, they have been deprived of their rights and privileges, and how they have been squeezed and their energy has been utilized and they are earning the money. So the whole world is money and lust, some desire to fulfill, an unending push, this desire. People are never satisfied with the sensate experience, but this struggle goes on and on and on and on. So this whole world is a whirlpool, as it were, and from the highest person to the highest educated, say, Nobel laureate, a person who is very, but personal life, lust and greed controls them. Knowledge is there. They are philosophers. Say doctors. Doctors are great, no? They are always handling with their body. They see how the body is, no? We do not know. They know much more. Every beat of they say it is what is what. What is the attraction for the body? But for the body, attraction is there for them also. So this is the point, Avidya and Vidya. one experience leads to ignorance, and that ignorance leads us to attachment and attraction for things which is sensate experiences. Vishaya Indriya Sanyoga. Whenever the connection between Vishaya, Vishaya and the Indriya. Indriya is the eyes, Vishaya is the object. When they get connected, then our sense experience comes. And that experience brings us, it is joyful experience, or it is a suffering experience, it is a pleasant, it is unpleasant, all these experiences are coming. So that is the coin word. So these two are play of avidya. And there is also play of vidya. Vidya is that which leads us to freedom. Vidya tells that, okay, I have seen it. They analyze it. They try to watch the world in its real perspective. What it is. We are all camouflaged. We are seeing the thing which is pleasant. That's not really pleasant. That's why we take which is impermanent as permanent, and permanent as impermanent. God is permanent, but for us it is impermanent. It's not there. And impermanent, every object of our senses that becomes attractive to us. So this is the opposite play goes. So Vidya is a Shakti, and Avidya is also Shakti. For us, Avidya is bad, but Mother Divine, it is her play. She spreads the net of ignorance in our mind so that the children will play and they will sing and dance, and the mother will say, my children are all, even they are fighting with her, my children are fighting with each other. What kind of? That's why Asura is also child of the mother. And Sura also, ultimately they is the Makali, killing chopping the head of everyone, Dustu boy, the bad boy, and then cutting their head and then throw away. Lovingly keep as a garland, but means in the bosom of the heart. So for mother, it is all one, but for us, it is avidya, because we are under the spell of ignorance, therefore we are suffering. So vidya begets devotion. If you are practicing spiritual life, and you are really progressing or not, are you going from avidya to vidya? Just focus on that. Is it every day? Your life is transforming into these qualities: devotion, kindness, wisdom, love, which lead to one God. And avidya deludes. Avidya conjures lust and greed and this cast a spell. So that is the sign. You can assess yourself that whether it is I am progressing Godward or I am going towards the ignorant side. Is it making me more filled with love, compassion, for feeling for others, giving the sensitivity of others' needs first rather than my need. I, that is ignorance. That's why Ramakrishna says, Ami mole guchibe janjal. All the rubbish will be wiped out if your ego gets destroyed. That which ego? It's called kacha ami. We have two types of ego, unripened ego, ripened ego. Ramakrishna said, what is unripened ego? Me and mine. Me first and everything secondly. That's called ignorant. And what is the pakami? I am child of God. I belong to the Lord. Everyone belongs to the Lord. So I am here to serve everyone, to do my seva, whatever way we can do. So this is the sign. Not going to temple and churches only gives one validity that is a spiritual person. Whether it is progressing in spiritual life, that is his mother's toys are not able to bind you. Then you are asking for mother. And what is divine mother? Mother is all love, as I said. For the good child and the bad child, mother is the mother. Mother says, rather pays more attention to the bad child. No? Bad means who is very fighting, who is very naughty, who is troublemaker. Mother's attention goes for that percent more. And another son is goody goody boy, Malagu. Ma says, okay, he is doing okay. Don't think about that. That's really good. People are not cared by mother so much. We think like that. You see how this bad guy is doing everything and is getting pampered by people, and people are praising. And see, we are good people. See what is happening to us. Because Ma in a trouble, what to do? His children, so he really needs more help, is that naughty boy. And that's why the good boys, they think Ma is busy with something. So she does not mind it. But my mother does not take care of the naughty boy, he will create trouble. He will create disturbance for all the good people. And that's why the mother says, ego, pakami, ripened ego, and kachami, unripened ego. Our unripened ego should mature move towards the ripened ego. And if it is moving towards the ripened ego, what is the sign of that ripened ego? Is this. Sign of this ripened ego is that your love, compassion, as Ramakrishna says, Vidya or knowledge, or moving towards ripened ego, is devotion. Devotion to God, Swami Vivekananda says, Atma Shraddha. And the love for, respect for your own inner spirituality, divine entity, as also respect for others. This is called the devotion. That kindness. Kindness for all, because who you are to kind about? Because your life is all for showing the compassion for who actually are suffering in life. So that kindness should be developed more. Your wisdom, material knowledge and spiritual knowledge. It is wisdom, that knowledge which will help to unveil the coverings of our ignorance. That's the wisdom. Not that secular knowledge is also wisdom. We use that word. But secular knowledge is maybe a little step towards the real wisdom, because this wisdom is also under the realm of Maya. And love, which lead one to God. This avidya must be propitiated, and that is the purpose of the rites of Shakti worship. Because this avidya Shakti in me, both power is there. The Vidya Shakti and Avidya Shakti of the Divine Mother. Vidya Shakti is always blessing you. But Avidya Shakti is deluding us. Therefore you have to worship the Avidya Shakti. Ramakrishna, this is a new idea. We go to Mother to worship, and sometimes some form which is not expressing like Sattvika, like Ma Sarada. Versus you stand with a Mother Chamunda, or you go to what you call Chinnamasta, Bhava, violent form, Mastak Chinna, and blood oozing and flowing like that. So what terrible. It is, but worship means to the veil of this you enter into the wisdom. So Ramakrishna said, this avidya must be propitiated, and that is the purpose of the rites of Shakti worship. Shakti worship, in this worship, a woman is regarded as the representation of the Divine Mother. Avidya Shakti means which binds one into the world and worldliness. It is not only women, it is men also, the same way. But we worship in the attraction, it is talking about the men folks are talking, so they always point towards to the women. And women should look at the men like that. So what the Holy Mother said, no? Even you see God comes in the form of a man, don't look at it. See, talking about the same attitude of accepting the Vidya part. So the devotees assume various attitudes towards Shakti in order to propitiate her. How to propitiate Mother? There are different attitudes they take. The attitude of handmaid, a hero, or a child. he is talking about three attitudes: handmaid, and a hero, or a child. A hero's attitude is to please her, even as a man pleases a woman through intercourse. So that is a very powerful people can do that. And that's also a path, but for some people, it's conquering the avidya by transcending that. The worship of Shakti is extremely different. It is not a joke. I passed 2 years as the handmaid and companion of the Divine Mother. And at that time she used to be like a woman, handmaid to the mother. And that story is there. Durga Puja was going on, and Ramakrishna was wearing a sari and others with the women, other women of the family. And he was fanning Ma in the big pan, those handmade pan. It's called the palm tree. They make a pan out of that. And that's normal old style. So he was fanning, and Mathur Babu, who lived with Ramakrishna day and night, he saw that some women folks are all fanning, all around, and some of the women is fanning. And then after that, it was over, they said, where is Baba? Means, where is Ramakrishna? But did you not see that she was fanning? Well, he was, there is no man, there is only woman. But he took that spirit, and that's his mood, where every woman will feel she is a woman. The sense of man is gone from that. So that's a very high level. That's why it is taking the attitude of a woman like a handmaid. And that he said that I stayed for 2 years, 2 continuous years. That's not a matter of joke that one day, one moment thinking of that. The transformation of the mind happens. As the mind changes, no, the body changes.
But he didn't have to go for like these days people are going for surgery and all this kind of
That he does not have to go. He does by mental force. Actually, look at that, what we think, our face reflects, no? You see some very strong face comes, like you will see the face, you will be frightened. That means mind is very complicated. Some people you see you look at the face of a child. What a difference. Smiling child, crying child, you see, they're so innocent. And one fears a child. But the same child, when it grows into a rogue, look at the face. What made that person a rogue? And what makes a person a very humble, peaceful, joyful? You look to the faces, and that's why face is the index of mind. That means what you think, that you become, your face reflects that. That is it a doubtful thing? No. See, if anyone is smiling or out of just in laughter, you see your face, and you are angry, see your face. Your face is changing. If this is possible, every organ will change with intense thinking. Say, these young boys, I know of some story of the who fell into the gang members. He is an innocent boy, told me. There are 2 gang members on both sides. Either any young boy will have to join this group or that group. He's born in such a situation, so he became. And when he became like that, his facial expression, his action, his thinking, all changed. That's why we do spiritual practice, so that our face, body, mind, that's why pure body becomes pure. Every cell becomes sattvika. Every day japa. Why do you do japa? To make your every pore of the body pure. It is all, medically it is all cells. But the sattvika cell, rajasika cell, tamasika cell. No? In the fruits, there are so many types of fruits. All are fruits. But some may be bitter, some by nature bitter. Even you keep it forever, it is bitter. Karela is bitter forever. And suppose some other food, it is sweet. No? The Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, this is the whole creation's plan. So the expression comes. And Ramakrishna's description, that's why, sometimes puzzles us. He became a woman when he was worshipping as a mother, Madhura Bhava. That spirit he took. And it is unbelievable. How can it be so? Because it is so intense, he does everything. The body is created by our mind. So we are born because of our last thought in last life. That's the mind. Mind thought, I will be like this. And that makes you what you are now. And it will continue, no? If that, I forgot that, what I decided in my mind to be, and now I am this. My every feature is different. So if you now change yourself, I think of Ramakrishna, what will happen? Your every body, every part of the cell will be transformed gradually, and it becomes Rajas, Tamas to Rajas to Sattva. Automatic transformation it will happen. It is, and that face will be reflecting. Face is the major part where we can see the appearance, how change is happening. So it is very not unscientific, because we cannot intensely think like that. But as I said, that boy, ultimately, he became really very sweet boy, but transformed into a violent boy. Because he is under the guidance of the gang brothers. And he became a fighter with this gang and that gang. And they fell into all the troubles of life, drug and this and that, and ultimately he died in that place. He's a very young boy, but anyhow he passed away. So the question is that it transforms us. So here Ramakrishna says, worship of Shakti is extremely difficult. It is no joke. I passed 2 years as the handmaid and companion of the Divine Mother, but my natural attitude, Ramakrishna says, and for everyone's natural attitude, for all men, should be what Ramakrishna says, a child towards his mother. I look everyone as my mother. So that's the safest relationship, where there is no other risk is there. When you are doing, I am the hero. You are hero, you will fall within 2 minutes. Most of the heroes' strength goes away that way, no? But that's why better to say ma, ma, ma. That's purest relationship, loving, respectful and honorable. So that's why the women are, all of them, the veritable image of Shakti. That is the way Indian psychology works there. That's why so many Shakti puja. Ma, 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 no? You go to Dakshineshwar, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, day and night, Jai Ma going on. You go to this Kali Mandir also, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma, Jai Ma. That is the safest and very sweet and loving and purifying. In northwest India, the bride holds a knife in her hand at the time of marriage. In Bengal, a nut cutter. Why? The meaning is that the bridegroom, with the help of the bride, see the philosophy, marriage. During marriage, they give a knife, traditional knife in the hand of the bride holds the knife, or the nut cutter. Nut cutter means cutting nut. Some weapon is given in the hand of the bride. And what she will do? Its meaning is that the bridegroom, with the help of this bride, who is the embodiment of the divine power, will sever the bond of illusion. What a philosophical meaning. Marriage is not ordinary marriage. Marriage is to cut the bond of all bondage. And this is the heroic attitude. The husband-wife relationship, there they will have this heroic attitude. I never worshipped the Divine Mother that way. She said 64 ways of Tantra, but he didn't take that path. But showing that it's a dangerous path, don't go. Many people follow the Tantra and get easily attracted for Tantra, little bhoga and yoga. That's nothing wrong. No, everyone have to evolve. No, but the point is, it is a risky path because you may think that you are powerful to handle that, but you are not. Then it will be your downfall. And that means downfall, nothing. One life's experience, one lifelong practice will be. You could have utilized it, another attitude, and progressed more. So that is the only loss. Ultimately, nothing lost. And also, all people are not of the same category. So that is the path for some people. They should have to go through that path only for coming to the other path, mother or servant. Regarding Shakti, so it is focused on heroic form or the mother, Matri Bhava. Ramakrishna says, Amar sab Matri Bhava. This is I never worship the Divine Mother that way. My attitude toward her is that of a child towards his mother. The bride is the very embodiment of Shakti. Have not you noticed at the marriage ceremony how the groom sits behind like an idiot? In India, did you see any Indian marriage? You can see in some, if you Google search, of course you will find. Then you can see the position of the bridegroom. Bridegroom is sitting like an idiot. And all his mothers play Avidya Shakti. But the bride, she is so bold with power, endowment, what is called? The evident power, powerful person. After attaining God, one forgets his external splendor, the glories of his creation. So now this is the sadhana. So he gave us the guidance, do worship of Shakti, because you are under the fold of Shakti. So pray to Mother to untie the bond. And then what, suppose by her grace you get this opening door open for realization, then what will happen? After attaining God, one forgets God's external splendor. Oh Lord, what a beautiful sky you have, what a wonderful ocean, the trees, the plants, the flowers you have created. What a beautiful moon you have created. People praise that way God, no? God's praise, you will not be praising God anymore because His external splendor, the glories of His creation, they will forget all these things. They are mature, that's why love for God as my own, that feeling comes. Religion starts with fear. God, oh my God, the God is so big, and I have done something wrong. He will sitting there with a rod in hand to bring me down, and I will be a frightened child, cry and weep. Starts with fear. All the religions of the world religion, you look at that, that is the way they started their journey. And when it ends, gradually, that fear goes away, intimacy comes, relationship starts. He's my own. And he is to protect me, or she is to protect me. So that way, spiritual development continues. After attaining God, one forgets His external splendor, His glories of the creation. One does not think God's glories after one has seen Him. The devotee, once immersed in God's bliss, does not calculate anymore about outer things. Because they are all this world, they see it is His beloved Lord's wealth, no? And He is I am the inheritor of that. So I shall be glorifying. It is my property then. Father's property is my property, no? In material world also, after father dies, the property becomes the property of the inheritor. Who are the inheritor? We are inheritors. We are inheritors of eternal bliss. So Why to be careful about that? Why to say, oh, it is so good, that means it is not yours that you are praising. If it is your thing, it is in you are the possessor. So, that means God as separate and God's glories are separate from me, that continues in ignorant state. But when knowledge comes, that difference goes away. And the devotee, once immersed in God's bliss, really, really a devotee, lover of God, praying to Mother by her grace when the door is opened and enters into the realm of bliss, the ocean of joy, which is called Nirvikalpa Samadhi in Vedanta, and Bhakti, Upasana, God realization. Then what will happen? He does not calculate anymore about outer things. Oh, Ramakrishna said the Kabirpanthi's people, the Sikhs, they come and they praise, oh Lord, you have created beautiful world, beautiful sun, how nice is the moon. Why are you praising? It is your property. You are the inheritor of that. So you should have not to, as if it is somebody's outer, then you can criticize it or praise it. When I see Narendra, I did not need to ask him, what is your name? Where do you live? Because the relationship is internal, so deep, then it is the Indian habit, no? They don't ask, start talking. Maybe 5 days they are meeting each other, but they'll have not known their names. Shankara's story is there. Shankara and in the Benaras. And Shankara was then going to the, taking a bath, going to the Shiva temple, and somebody blocked him. Hey! And he's a Pandit, old man with matted lock, and he came, I want to discuss with your commentary. And he started talking. And they both started discussing the highest philosophical controversies, no? And then one day, no one could overcome each other's reasons. So, unsettled. Second day, again meeting started. Third day, meeting going on for 3 days. No one knows what is your name, what is my name. That is the Indian style. And our style is here, first you send your resume. I am such and such, I am this, and you say, so exchange, then you know you are coming to discussion at all. Then fix a subject. But the Indian style is just, you are going, someone can catch you. Say, hey, what is this? What do you think about that? And you stop, and you start talking about hours and hours. And then ultimately that story we know, it was the Lord Shiva himself. Vasudev. He appeared, and he was testing Shankara and questioning, and ultimately said, yes, all the commentaries you have written, it is according to my intention. And I meant, because it is aphorism, when you elaborate it, there is more chance of misunderstanding it and misplacing the spirit of it. So, Shankara approved. So that's it. So Narendra is such a person, and he just saw and he was overwhelmed, because in him it is heart-to-heart connection. Here pure soul Ramakrishna and pure soul Narendra. They can get connected there. Where is the time for such questions? That means, what is your name? Where do you live? What are your activities now? Where is the time to spend? When they see each other, talk about God. But go straight to God. Where is the time of such questions? Once a man asked Hanuman, which day of the fortnight it is? Brother, said Hanuman, I do not know anything of the day or of the week or the fortnight or the position of the stars. I think of Ramayan. So their mind is absorbed in God consciousness. So this is the end of that day's discussion, meaning that we are to practice Shakti Upasana. You are Vedanta and whatever you do, But practical life, you have to pray every day, Mother, Mother. That's why we worship God with Shakti, Swasakti. Swasakti means Ramakrishna, and the God, the Absolute, in the form more, Samadhi, Samadhi, Samadhi. And Rama, Holy Mother, is the embodiment of our compassion, holiness, love, as if sitting there to untie our bond. No? So there, pray, 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 pray. That's why we don't find two are separate. Ramakrishna, his Shakti is Mother. And Mother is nothing but Ramakrishna. So this attitude is necessary for spiritual growth. And he said, to pray to Mother, oh Ma, that's why we pray Ramakrishna's prayer every now and then. Mother, I throw myself at your hallowed feet. So make me pure. So to surrender to Divine Mother so that the ignorance does not veil our knowledge.
So when this Hindu marriage you are talking about, with Sri Ramakrishna's marriage time, they had the yellow threads that with binds like that. So when you are doing ritual, it got burned. So that marriage
Is
on the day of
worldly marriage is done. There are so many rituals during that, as they said, the bride will be holding the knife or the nut cutter. That means you can cut something. Similarly, there is a tie. Both are tied together with some rope. And that time, if suddenly a flame, it destroyed that tie, worldly tie, cut. Cut in that way, burning, separated. Now, you have any question, or I can read a little more? You have any question, anyone?
Thakur said that to get Rama's grace, he prayed to Sita to get Rama's grace. We try to do that similarly, and I'm trying to understand, how is Rama different from Sita? If you get Sita's grace, that itself is the end goal. Why would you want...
Here you are making a separation. One is Rama, another is Sita. The Absolute and his Shakti. Rama is Absolute. That's why he is always calm and serene. Shuddha, Brahma, Paraspara, Ram. Rama is Shuddha, pure Brahman. Rama is nothing but Shuddha, Para Brahma, Supreme Brahman. And then that Rama, it is Sita. Sita is the divine consort. So that way, in worldly sense, one is absolute aspect more. Not that Rama also walked in this kingdom and went into the whole India walking on foot in 14 years of exile. That's the human side. But mainly his focus is in absolute. And Mother Janaki or Sarada is a more practical side, living down to the ground, no? Ramakrishna did not have any time to even wash his clothing himself. There was, what is called Ramlal Dada was there, or what is his name? Hriday can take care. She is not in a position. But Mother having all the knowledge in her own power, but still doing chopping the vegetables, cooking the meals, and day and night engaged in sweeping the floor. Everything is doing. So coming down in that level, that is we call our mother, as our mother does. So there is Shakti manifested. That's why Shakti to Rama. That's why worship is done that way.
Just had a comment on this. That even in our idols, we have one which is Ardhanarishwar, which is a play of Purusha and Prakriti, male and Prakriti.
Yeah, right.
That is shown as
One,
one.
right. Yeah.
So in the lower creation, we are working through our Swabhava Prakriti to attain to soul, which is a Purusha. So our natural tendency is towards the feminine or the Prakriti. So we are kind of slave of Prakriti to it. Avidya. So
Yeah.
Sita is attaining to Rama. That's one
Yeah.
side.
And the idea is that transcendental and immanent. Ah, to see transcendental, you then just ignore the whole universe is gone. Because in that state of mind, it's a transcendental when mind collapses. But when you fall in the realm of, it is Shakti. So you have to go beyond the Shakti. Praise Mother, oh Ma, please allow me to get out. And that's why she said in net of avidya. Holy Mother, Mother Divine, spread a net of ignorance or avidya. With that we get deluded.
Swamiji said to Sister Nivedita that I'm sure that Holy Mother dredged up this body called Ramakrishna for her ends, seeming to imply that Thakur is an avatar of Kali in that conversation.
Again.
The Holy Mother, when Thakur died,
Ah.
Kali, why have you left me?
Ah.
Swamiji said, I'm sure that Kali dredged up this body called Ramakrishna for her own purposes.
Yeah, that's true. When Sri Ram, it is surprising, when Sri Ramakrishna passed away, as a worldly sense, his wife, his mother, Sarada, she cried out, "Oh my dear mother Kali, why did you leave me?" What is a contrast in the expression? Oh Ma Kali. Ramakrishna was Kali, he is a man. He is to work, and the whole world knows that he is a man, a very good man, a holy man, something. And the wife is telling, my Kali. That's why there is that Shakti which was playing in the role as if embodied, went into transcendental level. So probably these are very secrets and very difficult to understand in our gross mind, unless the mind becomes very pure. Actually, that's why you see Ramakrishna walking in one side is Mother Kali walking, Mathur Babu saw. Another side Lord Shiva. Another time, Holy Mother herself, also look at that. Holy Mother is going from her village to Thakur's village. And it is going with Ramlal, Ramu, what is his name? With the bundle in the head. Hey, who? Shivuda. Shivuda was moving, and Shivuda was carrying a bundle on the head, and Ma is going in the front. And suddenly Shivuda said, "Auntie, please tell, who are you?" Mother simply hiding herself, she said, "Who am I? I am your auntie. That's all. Come." Then he said, "No. Then you go. I am not going with you." And he stubbornly sat in the ground. And Ma is going on, and after certain distance, he said, "I don't hear any footsteps, noise of footsteps." Turn back, and he is sitting long back there. They say, "Hey Shivu, what are you doing?" "Well, you tell me first, who are you? And then I will go." Then, after pestering 2-3 times, she said, "People say that I am Mother Kali, some say I am Durga, some say I am Kali, but I am your auntie. I am playing in the role of auntie, but I am Mother Durga, I am Mother Kali, Shakti, the divine, which cuts the bondage, no?" And actually we can find the Mother has come to how many people initiation Mother gave. We are reading the other day that some devotee came after initiation with Mother. "Ma, nothing is happening. So I am tired of doing this. What is the use? Nothing will happen in this life. I think that there is no hope. I am trying so many times, nothing happening." Then he said, "My child, you will have to do sadhana. Do little practice. Everything will happen in time. But no, so I don't need it. Rather you take back your mantra." Again he started. Holy Mother said, "What are you talking? This mantra, you have to do something. But he is stubborn, and then ultimately, and in tearful eyes, she said, no ma, it will not happen. I cannot do anything. I try, I sit, my mind does not go for japa meditation. And how much I try, I don't get it. So it is impossible for me. I do not know until you take your mantra.
Also he said that I have heard that if the disciple doesn't do japa, it creates harm on the guru. I do not want you to have harm from him. So that is why you take it back.
Anyhow, whatever the cause was, take back. That is the question. And then he said, okay, Ma become very compassionate and say, okay, my child, from now onward you need not have to do anything. You do whatever you like. Go, do whatever. That mother, see, in one word, cut, which takes lifelong sadhana, prayer, meditation, austerity, fasting. How many things are necessary for purifying our mind and soul, no? But he got it by with a dialogue with the mother and saying simple dialogue cleanly. So the mother cuts the bond. That's the point. Any question? Any question?
Maharaj, Holy Mother sometimes manifests in Bhagala form, but when she is older, as a widower, we don't think of her as Bhumavati.
Oh, I do not know the story, but maybe I do not know which form. Yeah. She is everything. Say Makali. Makali is only one in different mood. Those are the 10 forms, no? So it is. But mostly this time, Mother said that Ramakrishna kept me behind to preach the motherhood in all. Was there any such sense of motherhood? Because people were all lustful and greedy. Who is to think of mother, God as mother? So to bring that ideal in the world, Ramakrishna came in this world. And then he kept me as an exemplifier. And actually, when Ramakrishna passed away, after that, it is actually, people used to come to Holy Mother only. And Ramakrishna did initiation to how many people? And Holy Mother did how much? And what category of people? Ramakrishna is very choosy. Had we gone to Ramakrishna, hey, my feet is burning, get out. Because he is so pure, what can he do? Whatever we do, we are not fit for that. Noren is good. Rakhal is good, no? Even Rakhal, one day Rakhal, while playing, he lied some. The friend to friend talk. And Ramakrishna said, and looked at his face, what did you do today? I cannot look at your face. Oh my God, one joke, in the course of joking, used a funny word, which is not true. Ramakrishna's radar caught that. And he said, I cannot look at your face. What did you do? He couldn't find that he has done anything really, which is to be blamed as a bad thing, no? But Sri Ramakrishna is so sensitive. But that's why Holy Mother. Holy Mother is accepting the drunkard, Padma Vinod, the Muslim dacoit, who is and all types of people, from the lowest category to the highest, no? So that's why she has manifested the Shakti. And that's why before her leaving the body, she suffered so much. His mother said, this body I do not remember that I have done anything, even in dream, anything which is not spiritual, no? I have never thought about that. But why so much burning, so much pain? It is because of taking the sins of others. So they come to cut. But as a human being, you are limited, no? As absolute, you are infinite. When you come in a human body, you have to act as a human. All the features When doctors will see heart, my heart, your heart, the heart is, its function will be the same because you are embodied here. So when God comes in the form, their human personalities work in a way, but in spiritually they bring the power with them. Whole power is with them. One question is it enough if one accepts the Divine Mother but focuses on one's Ishta as Sri Ramakrishna? Yeah, we should have, as we said, as Ramakrishna taught us today, that we should, Nitya and Lila, you have to accept both sides. One side, it is eternal, absolute, who is in Samadhi means that. Samadhi means you are not in the world anymore. So though his body is there, but he is not in the world. But when you are in Lila, that's the divine part. So these two should go side by side in our sadhana. First, we do not know Ramakrishna or Rama or Krishna as absolute Satchidananda. We do not know even Shiva is absolute Satchidananda. That is Shiva Parvati. We go to the mother. So mother and power, that makes a comprehensive sadhana. I think that's our attitude should be there when we do the prasadhana. Ramakrishna as the absolute and Ramakrishna as the mother, as the Shakti, divine Shakti. And Shakti and Shaktiman are the same. The power and whose power, they are same. Sometimes they split out, expressed, sometimes it does not. When it does not, it is called the unmanifest state. And when it manifests, this is the world in which we live. Do you love the Divine Mother, or are you just doing some work with her? Yeah, we forget her, we work, we only work. Then you do more practice, spiritual practice, then you see that as if you are doing mother's work. And you do more and more sincerely, as if not mother's. It is as if mother's work, it becomes mother's work only. So this is a three-stage development. Mother, why I am mother, and I worship mother, mother as the divine Shakti of Ramakrishna. You think that way, that's the mother's play. Whenever Ramakrishna, Sangha, world comes, it is mother's domain. Some of our sadhus say, who is running this entire Belur Math in this whole Ramakrishna movement? Who? It is Holy Mother. They say, they believe, our great Swamis, they always, not one, all the seniors who are in high position like presidents and general secretaries, they feel that way. This Mother divine, she is doing everything. In a miraculous way, and sometimes we can understand. If our mind is not ready, we don't feel that way. But that is the way Mother works. So, love the Divine Mother? Yes. If you don't love, why will you work for her? Come to the point. If you don't love anyone, you do anything for him, it is an anger, it is a frustration. Why shall I do? And if you love, you slave. You become a slave. You die, still will do work for him or her, whom you love. Love is a common factor, foundation. Unless you love God, well, not that I may not love like anyone who is very advanced, I love God, then it is God's work. Why will you work? In our life, regular life, look at that. If you don't love anyone, you dislike that person, will you work for him? Spontaneously? If you love someone, what will happen? Can anyone stop you not doing service to that person? Even you are dying, your health is breaking. You love means you do. So this is the point. First point is very correct, that do you love the Divine Mother? Yes, you will have to love the Divine Mother. You have to understand, I am born out of Divine Mother. If the Maya is not there, then how I am born? I am born into ignorance, I am ignorant person. But as you say, Maya, mother has two aspects, Vidya Maya, Avidya Maya. The Avidya Maya has a spell upon me, and then I am this. But it is, I am mother's child. If that philosophy is not there, why will you work? That's why first part is also important, which leads to your work. Unless love, work cannot be done for pleasing the mother or purifying ourselves. It will be drudgery. It is a pain in the neck. I don't love you, and you say me, do it. Then what will happen? My mind will revolt. Why? I don't care for that. See, we are human beings, so look at that. So first of all, love God, love mother. That's why your sadhus and those who become brahmacharis, you say, you used to love your other family. You would love mom, you would love brother, sister, or whoever in your relationship. You love here. The same love convert, digress it. It is mother's word, it is Thakur Sangha. Just putting that same love into it. Otherwise, how can you work? One person cannot work at all if one does not understand that it is, I love that person, I love Ramakrishna, I love Thakur, I love mother, that's why I am doing his servant. Otherwise, it will be for other, that's why ego comes, I am doing for my name, I do it for my fame, my glory, I am such and such. You will get that result of ignorance, more into ignorance. But if you want to free yourself, it is mother's, who am I? Even the greatest glory comes. I have seen some great Swamis. They just transfer it to you. Who am I? It is all mother's grace. So give all to mother because you love mother so much, so you do so much. And you do, over dying, you die yourself, still you do mother's work. Swami Vivekananda, the glowing example. We are reading the letters of Swami Vivekananda. In 4 volumes it has come out now. It's a fantastic book. It's never published like that, with all references. You will see how Swamiji is dying day and night working. And how he is working? He is working because Ramakrishna has put into him Mother Kali. And that's why he says, he's making me mad day and night. How he's moving from one place to another, how much work he is doing, no one can compare. Another Vivekananda could have understood what that Vivekananda has done. But how he can do so much? Because his totally understanding is that it is mother. Mother. Love mother so much, so do mother's work. So this is very important. You have rather given the response to your own question. That do you love the Divine Mother? Question. Yes, you must have to love the Divine Mother. It may not be tangible like I love someone, it's a relationship. That's why he say, create a relationship with mother. You are the child, mother is yours. You belong to her, she is yours. So take that attitude, intimate, loving, respectful, and a pure relationship. And that if you do, then you dedicate your life for everything, because you are doing for her work. Nivedita, as Swami Vivekananda says, mother's work, Mother Kali, it's her work. The whole Ramakrishna movement, actually underlying current is mother. And all the problems when it comes, they go to mother. Because it's her world. And they work relentlessly, day and night they work, like a slave, because of the love. Thank you. We end here today. Om Shanti, 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat, Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu. So tomorrow is Thursday. Mahajogananda, Divine Mother. Hymns on Divine Mother. Prakriting Paramama, what is going on? Ambastutram. Okay. What is Ambastutram? What verse he said, did earlier? Who can recollect? Last time, any? Of what? Ambastutram. Katang Shubhe. Who are you, mother, holding holding the Shubha, auspicious and inauspicious, in both hands? Okay.
But why he say Ati Dukkha Marga?